So Anna, it's been a minute. So we met when you were doing some work in buccal massage, and I just loved the experience. I thought it was so unique, relaxing, and transformative that I had to learn more about you as a person and your background. So we did a written interview, which for those listening, if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and pop over to the Substack and give it a read. And then through a series of circumstances with holiday and New Year and travel, some time has passed. So it's good to reconnect and have a chance to dig in a little bit more. So for those who haven't had a chance to read about you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Patrick, thank you for having me. And yeah, that was a busy time. But I'm Anna, and I've been working with a facial massage and osteopathy for a really long time, 20 years. And I also have a medical background in kinesiology and work with the cranium nerves, so all the brainiac stuff. And I'm a founder of Matryoshka Spa, which is my favorite place on earth, where I can help people to restore balance, work with a TMJ to balance their body, release tension, work with fascia. All the magic happens there.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. I think for folks that are reading, the people who participate on Ratio and Ritual are really into skincare, so probably most of them will understand the terms that you shared, but I'd love for you to break down some of these modalities and terminologies that you used for people who maybe don't have a depth of understanding. So starting with osteopathy, how would you explain what osteopathy is to someone who isn't familiar?
Osteopathy works with very deep layers. Yes, I see human body as layers. There is a reason my place called Matryoshka Spa, which is nesting doll. Oh, I hope you can see it. And
Yeah.
we only see skin on the surface, and when we look at the mirror to ourselves, we see like, oh, I don't like these wrinkles. Honestly, we have so many layers inside, blood vessels, and then even deeper we have muscles and fascia, and go even deeper we have bones, which are also changing through the time. And osteopathy works on a bone and fascia level. So see how many layers we go deeper to fix or balance something. And then even deeper we have internal structures like brain, cranium nerves, which also change a little bit in balance. And the deepest level is our soul, our mindset. Yes, I would say soul. So we can also work with it through osteopathic. So osteopathic techniques works the deepest layers.
So osteopathic approach is an holistic overview or deeper understanding of all of the systems at play. And then it sounds like there's different modalities or techniques underneath that you would use that fall under kind of like the umbrella of osteopathy. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly correct. And sometimes when I work, usually people want to fix something and balance in the face, but the reason sometimes is deep somewhere, your left heel, for example, and it's all connected. And osteopathy helps to connect these, strings. We can pull from one side and fix and balance. I don't like the word fix, but it's understandable, right? And we can balance face, for example.
And where does kinesiology come into all this?
So basically kinesiology is science of movement. And again, this word getting so popular, fascia, right? Fascia chains in the body. So kinesiology also helps to go through these chains to fix the moving patterns. Over time, we do have these patterns, how to respond. It's not physical, it's only physical patterns, how to walk, how do we sit, how we work on computer. This tech neck, they say tech neck. It's a pattern, right? We just gained it through the time. And we not only have physical patterns like a moving, but also some mental patterns too, which affects the body position too. Our posture, how we talk, how we stand. So kinesiology is really helpful to combine with osteopathy.
So amazing. I mean, you don't commonly go to a facial and have such a broad view of the whole body, and being able to really tap into all of that rich tradition and expertise is such a value. So then under those, you kind of have the modalities, right? Like you talk about buccal massage, Craniosacral, would you call that a modality that fits in those as well, or is that kind of its own thing?
Basically, the part osteopathy based on the craniosacral rhythm, and it's very simple to explain. So all our organs and parts are kind of dancing. They have micro movements. So they are dancing, and we have two main DJs in the body who plays music. Cranial part and sacral part. So two DJs playing music and all our body dancing inside. Sometimes they DJs play wrong music, maybe not like a good rhythm, and our systems or organs dancing wrong, like wrong rhythm, and that's the time we start having problems with this system or that system.
Yeah.
And we can fix that.
I've had craniosacral before, and with you, you did a little bit, I feel like, too, and it's such an interesting feeling. So it's very minor touch. What's actually happening when you're practicing craniosacral? What is the experience like for you? What are you looking for? And how does that all play out for you?
Yes, exactly. Very light touch. Sometimes people say, wow, it's like magic. Are you doing witchcraft or something? No, it's actually scientifically based, scientifically proved. Now science basically find a way to explain this magic. And yes, very light touch. I usually feel like very light rhythm. It's like head breathing or opening and closing like a flower. That's why our face, we sometimes see like a symmetry, or I'm not symmetrical. This eye is bigger, this eye is smaller, because all our skull bones are also dancing again. It's the simple way to explain that. And it's opening and closing like a flower. So that's what I feel. I should and I supposed to feel this rhythm in order to balance that.
So depending on the rhythm that you're feeling, you would adjust where you're touching and how and those meridians. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the flower is supposed to move this way and this way, sometimes this and this way. And I put my hands and I listen to the music, to the rhythm. And sometimes it's like this. One side is opening, the other stuck for some reason. We can, through the direct techniques or indirect techniques, like compressing, we can ease the tension. But usually I need to track why. So this part is not working. Why? Because something pulling or it's stuck inside. So it's like a detective work a little bit.
And very dynamic, it sounds like. Just situationally will look different for every single client. You were about to talk about buckle. I cut you off. Can you share some stuff about buckle technique?
Buckle seems very unusual, right? Someone's hands inside, which is intraoral technique. So put hands inside the mouth, and it sounds crazy but feels really good. So we have ability, we have access to facial muscles which are layered also. So there are some muscles we can reach only from inside. The jaw muscles, the rhizoris muscle, which makes these wrinkles like here. It's only inside we can release this muscle. So this is very, very good that we can go and work through both sides, especially for TMJ, as I said already.
Yeah.
And people's nowadays having so much problems with that, right?
Yeah. What are some of the other, you mentioned these lines or expression lines, are there other sort of more cosmetic benefits to your intraoral techniques beyond TMJ?
Yeah, of course. So it started all from medical point of view. People were working with this technique, and I used to work as in a medical field with that. So fixing TMJ, working with a Bell's palsy, neurological problems, speech disorders. But then people start to notice a lot of cosmetic benefits. So they were fixing some problems like health problems, and people look very nice. Muscle tone, blood flow, improvement. And so the smile lines, jaw tension, jawline, especially for double chin, people struggling with that too a lot. And basically sometimes we have this double chin fat pads, not because person is overweighted, but because it's just liquid trapped inside. Tiny muscles, they form the floor of the mouth. And sometimes they are too tense. We even have one which connects the chin to the behind the ear area.
Amazing.
So it goes this way, bringing our chin backward, and then, this thing happened. So we can release that, stretch this muscle, and basically drain this area,
I
which
need
is
that.
also good. And
Everyone's looking to tighten and lift here. It's wild.
I want to be snatched.
Right? Exactly. What do you think about skin tech, home skin tech in particular, and I suppose professional use of tools like microcurrent and radio frequency? Do you have any opinions on those tools or thoughts on how they work or don't work and maybe integrate into your own philosophies?
So it's very good to do your homework. Definitely. To do something at home for your face, because that's fair. We haven't been studied a lot. It's school. No one told us like you should do this or that, or university. Nothing. That's unfair. And it's good to do some work, like fascia work, and using, as you said, like little gadgets, but certain amount. Sometimes people go extreme on that.
Yeah.
But exfoliation, good. Moisturizing, but microcurrency, you said, is good. Again, in from time to time. Sometimes we drain our systems by forcing them to do a lot. This,
Makes sense.
Some good amount. Not too small, not too much, just a little in between.
Yeah. And radio frequency, have you experimented at all with RF devices?
Not a big fan of RF in general, because the idea is it's burning the layers. And have you ever seen the RF on the meat? On social media you can find that they just do experiment. They take a piece of beef or something and they do this RF lifting on that, and you're gonna see it all shrinks and it's scar tissue, and that's why we have this lifting effect, because it shrinks. But basically the idea, you just have a big scar inside. So people need to be careful and do their research on that.
Yeah, and I don't know the science on this, so I'm hesitant to weigh in, but I feel like there's talk about fat loss risk potentially with RF, depending on the temperature and depth.
Yes, exactly. You're right. Basically, lasers and RF, they melting fat pads we have, and it's our treasure. We're supposed to, pay and keep it, because with aging, we're going to need that volume. We're going to need this fat. Sometimes people do this fat removal, buccal fat removal, because sometimes in their 20s, 25, people see themselves and they, the face is too round. I don't want that. I want this, which was famous. I don't know if it's still famous, but it's good to have sculpted face. But then in the future, people will look skeletonized, just, without it, like a skull, without any lines,
I feel like
curved lines.
The buccal fat removals falling out of favor more, or less popular at least, so that's good.
Yay, that's good, because we need this fat.
Yeah. Could you talk a little bit about your background and training and credentials?
Yeah, sure. So, as you know, this massage and fascia work comes from family, and I was craving for a scientific point of view more than what I have from the family, like touch here, touch there. If you have a headache, touch here, or a stomach ache, go there. It was just, something I learned from the family, but I wanted more. I wanted the scientific base of it. So I went to nursing school first. That was very deep, and two of my majors was physical therapy and massage. And then when I graduated, I just couldn't see myself doing cuts, injections, and different stuff. So then I turned to kinesiology and went to kinesiology school and get my bachelor's degree on that. This time I already knew I'm gonna go somewhere holistic. So my majors was again physical therapy and respiratory systems, and I got a lot of knowledge, a lot of pieces of knowledge from exchange programs. So I started teaching at college, and they sent us, and we learned through exchange programs with specialists from from China, from Japan, Europe. That was, I think, the main thing because I had a different perspective to points of view, not only scientific, not only what I learned from my family, but a lot of like Eastern European point of view, European, Asian.
Yeah, combining the best of all the worlds from TCM
Yes, exactly.
and kinesiology and Western Eastern. That's amazing. And how did you end up in the States and practicing here?
You know, I moved just a couple of years ago, and I've been teaching a lot about this. Back in Russia, people just asked me to come to do workshops, to teach. And then when we moved, I just still searching who I am now. You know?
It's amazing.
I started these projects with Matryoshka Spa, my space, where people just basically find me. They spreading the word, and people coming to not to have like beautiful face, but also balance something, work with the cranial nerves, work with the imbalances in the body. And it's good. I love interesting projects, you know, not just routine work, but something to change.
Yeah, and your practice, your spa, as you were explaining to me, was something you started while managing sort of some other coals on the fire in other places, and now you're fully in. So kudos on the bravery. I know it takes quite a lot of just gusto and confidence to dive in and know that the net will be there to support you, the universe will provide. But what has it been like so far, breaking out on your own as a business owner, and what have been some of those challenges and highlights?
Yeah, I remember we talked about it, and I was like very anxious, like, how I'm gonna exist. But I like it. I like the freedom most of all, because I can be whatever I can. If I feel I need to go more for this part or this part, I can do it. I don't need to follow all the rules, protocols, and be like everyone else. Because before I supposed to work by protocol, by kind of script, but now I can basically adjust the procedure however I want.
That's perfect. And it's a great experience. I really loved being there. So I'm glad that you're able to practice the full range of your talents on your lucky clients. Earlier, we're talking about kind of skincare, home care, like exfoliation and sort of those essential steps. What are some of those must-have products that you recommend for your clients to always use at home?
Well, I would say I'm a person of minimalism, and it's like a good mainstream now. Before, we used to use a lot of products out. This is for the eyes, this is for this is for acne, this layer. And then people figure out about microbiome, which is basically the covering layer. Sometimes, not sometimes, in general, when we put a lot of products on the surface, we just overload the microbiome. And face is going crazy. Wow, why so much on my face, what to do with it? So now we go minimalistic, and it's important, I would say, support microbiome with a pH level products, and then moisturizing. That's everything, every time we need that. And sun protection. So 3
good
steps.
Cleanser that won't strip you, nice moisturizer to protect the barrier and preserve the microbiome, and an SPF. Do you have any specific brands or products you can recommend that you think most people would be able to enjoy?
I always combine brands. I love this brand from Israel, which is Manchuri. I don't know if it's available here because I order directly from Europe. I also love the Korean brands, and I'm still searching. So I actually use your page to find the Korean, and I even did a screenshot. You posted something recently, and I adore it. I want to try everything.
Good. Yeah, I'm so happy to be able to provide some fun recommendations. I'm guilty of the opposite of minimalism, but it's only because I'm such a curious person. I try not to load too many things all at once, but definitely love to try everything out there.
And your
bit by
skin
bit.
is amazing. You're glowing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am. Well, you played a part in that too, for sure. So thanks for your amazing service as well. Who are some of the people that you look up to in your industry, or it can just be in general, any of those sort of role models or people who you feel expand your view of the world, someone that you've learned from or continue to learn from?
Well, I thought about it recently, and I wouldn't say like a certain people, this person or this person. I'm kind of like this bookworm, studying all the time. That's my favorite. So I love the idea, not only one person or this one, the idea of explaining complicated scientific things in a simple words, which what I'm trying to do on my social media, Instagram, TikTok, just showing you can do this, you can do that. So just explaining and make this information be accessible for everyone, not for, people like professionals, but every person can go on Instagram and learn something a little bit to do some homework for the face. So that's the idea inspires me the most.
Yeah, your content is so great. I'll link your Instagram for everyone who's listening.
Thank you.
So they can, of course, so they can see all of the beautiful educational resources that you provide, and to do such a great job of making it feel digestible and accessible and kind of demystifying the lofty esoteric feeling of what intraoral massage means and how to do self-massage. So definitely keep at it. I think people really appreciate that education.
Please, welcome.
Yeah. Well, I know you had some fun props and tools and things that you wanted to show last time. Was there anything else you wanted to highlight or show to us today?
You caught me off guard.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, why not? We can do something. Let me think. What is most popular areas people have troubles with? So I would say
the jowls and the neck, like you said.
Yeah, this area people worry a lot, and it's kind of they blame gravitation, but it is what it is. It's just we see it going down. The reason is volume inside and the lymphatic. A lot of actually reasons. Let me think how we can fix that. So we're going to focus today on the jawline, how to remove these jowls. And one of the reasons people have it, as I said before, is stagnation of the lymph and liquid here. So first step people can do is work with the sternocleidomastoid muscle here. So if you turn your head, you're going to see this like a long, I would say sausage, like big muscles on the side of your neck. Yeah. Or if you push your head against your hand, you're going to see that too.
Yeah.
This one. So if you try to catch it gentle and just go forward and back and forth this way. If you tilt your head towards this muscle, it's going to be so much easier to grab this one. It's pretty safe, just no hard pressure, don't worry. So working with this muscle will drain the whole face, this middle part, and of course the lower face, the jawline.
Amazing. Wow. And how long would you spend massaging each side?
So I would go up and down at least 4 times. So 4 repetition for body is understandable and good amount to react. So at least 4. But if you have like a lot of puffiness, I would just maybe double that. So
why does massaging these muscles contribute to stagnation removal under the chin?
Basically, it's like 2 roads draining the whole face in general. And then we can go even closer to this area and work like making these 2 hooks and holding the chin area and just go along the jawline. I would start with 4 repetitions just here, closer to the area of double chin, and then you can go to the earlobe.
It's kind of like gua sha with your fingers, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes people have gua sha, sometimes not. And I always joking about people have it in the fridge, but I only open the fridge when I want to eat, not skincare. So try to put your tools, whatever you have, gua sha, cupping, other tools, somewhere visible around you. If you're watching TV, have something next to you. You're going to watch TV and you're going to do something. Or you go to your bathroom and you're going to say, oh, I'm going to do this. Not the
that's
fridge,
perfect.
right?
Yeah, although the cooling is nice, you're right. It's easy to forget.
Yeah,
well, great.
But you can just hold it under the cold water. It's going to be cold. Or if you switch to the hot water, it's going to be hot. It's so easy. It's so quick.
That's awesome. Any other tips you would share or last little nuggets of wisdom for the listeners?
Oh, I would say something close to your idea. Stay balanced. Stay curious for the all info. Because world is changing, and we should too. We shouldn't be stagnant, sitting at one place and doing all the same things all the time, right? That's the quickest, the fastest way to aging. Do the same things every day. It's just stealing your time. So be curious, go and discover something. Yes.
I've been doing The Artist's Way. I don't know if you know it, but it's a book by Julia Cameron, I think from the 80s, but it has a long tradition of inspiring people, like you said, to live curiously and try new things. And one of the practices that you go through while you're experiencing the Artist's Way is to take yourself on a weekly artist date, it's called, where you go by yourself to do something maybe you wouldn't normally. So like you're saying, it's been so nice. I'm on week 4 of 12. You know, it's also easy to cop out and be like, I'm just going to go for a walk. But even that's like a nice reason to just try something new, change your perspective, get out in the world and stay active. So I'm with you. And I love all your videos too of your movement and just, you know, challenging your body to try new things and take new shapes.
Exactly, challenging, something
so important. New. Amazing. Well, thank you, Anna. Where can people find you online to learn more?
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Patrick.
Yeah, where can people find you online? What's your Instagram? How do people find you?
Mostly on Instagram and TikTok. Please welcome and follow. Ask me question. That's my favorite. Ask question. I'm gonna post it.
It's Anna Face Class, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
On
Anna
both?
Face Class on TikTok and Instagram.
Awesome.
And on YouTube.
Thank you, Anna. Yes, can't forget YouTube. Thanks for your time. It's always good to see you. See you soon.
Good to see you too. Bye-bye.
Cheers.